Call 911, you expect someone to come help you, but usually the dispatchers don't expect anyone to come see them.
One local man did visit a 911 dispatcher in St. Joe County, though. He wanted to personally thank her for saving his life. WSBT 22's Molly Jurczyk was the only reporter there for that big thank you, and she joins us in the studio.
Jennifer, 75-year-old Keith Yoder says he had a severe heart attack back in December, but when he called 911, it got so bad he wasn't able to speak to the dispatcher. Luckily, she knew just what to do.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
Brianna Giles didn't know this was Keith Yoder on the other end of this call.
So chest pains.
What's the address?
I've taken 2 nitros.
What is the address? Sir? Hello?
But she knew what to do, even if Yoder couldn't tell her.
We're sending help.
Yoder says the main artery to his heart was totally clogged. He doesn't remember what happened after calling 911.
The next thing I remember is I heard sirens and I looked up and they were pulling up right in front of my house.
Today, he's thanking Giles for her quick action.
Is that God's got a reason to keep me alive.
Absolutely.
And you were doing what you needed to do to make that happen.
Giles says it's the first time someone has personally thanked her.
I'm so overwhelmed by the fact that he's standing here still, because your heart just drops because you can't do anything other than be there for that person on the line.
For Yoder, he says he wanted to thank her in person, partly because he thinks people are too hard on people like Giles.
They did their job. We got good people here in this county. 911 people, firemen, policemen, they're good people. Be careful what you say. Someday you might need that help yourself.
Yoder says it was only 38 minutes between the time he called 911 and went into surgery for a stent in his artery.
This young lady, she did her job, and the other lady's with her, and they did their job, and I'm alive.
Giles stayed on the phone until help arrived.
But evidently God has something else for me to do yet, because he didn't want me to die that day.
Yoder told me he still needs another stent in a separate artery. In the meantime, he says he and his wife have to make some diet changes.
Wow, you can tell how grateful that man was. That's incredible. I mean, so they weren't able to tell exactly where he was. I imagine, you always feel and hope that they'd be able to track.
Yeah, since he wasn't able to talk, the dispatchers told me it was really good that he was calling from a landline. They said they're able to track people much easier that way, so they highly recommend trying to call from a landline when you call 911 and you're not sure if you're going to be able to talk. Of course, you can always call from your cell phone or even text to 911 in St. Joe County, but they say stay on the line as long as possible. Even if you know you can't speak, just stay on the line so they can track you to wherever you are and get help to you.
And really a special meeting to see 2 of them together in that situation.
Yeah,
Good to see
both
that.
very emotional.
Yeah, thanks, Molly.